Today we are talking about, perfect, I'm going to pack this. We're talking all about Halloween Horror Nights from the perspective of a scaredy-cat baby. A Disney-loving, not-so-scary Mickey's Halloween party, Disney-going baby that loves Halloween Horror Nights. We got our passes this year. We go every other night. This is my pass. This is my horror movie Labubu and my Megan bag. And every night I do a different theme. Tonight is a little bit more basic, yet still fun. And we are meeting up with a bunch of newbies. So everything that we do tonight, I'm going to come back and hang out with you tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not too hungover. I do have recipes for that as well. And I have not been this whole trip. So I'm going to share all my tips. We're going with a bunch of friends. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to take you with us. And then tomorrow we're going to sit down. So in the next 4 minutes for you, probably less than 4 minutes, we're going to sit down and I will give you all of my top tips. What to pack, what to expect, how to prep, how to not be afraid. It's going to be great. So let's go to Halloween Horror Nights together. Let's do it.
Got a psycho trapped within, can't contain her, crawling underneath my skin. She's got humor, she's just one of a kind, out of mind. She's a rebel, always on the move. She's an outlaw, she's a bimbo and an info. Is she human? She's just one of a kind, out of her mind. Yeah. One too many times I wake up bruised. Oh, how she wears me down. She with everyone, no matter what I try to lose. Not shy to take a risk, but I love that. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go, no. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go, no.
Oh my God.
When I wake up in a funky mood, first instinct is to binge drink till I can't think. Life is pretty when you're out of your mind and f***ed up inside. Oh, one too many times I wake up bruised. Not shy to take a risk, but I know that she's a part of me, I don't wanna let go. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go, no. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go, no. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go, no. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go. She's a part of me, I don't wanna let go, no. I don't wanna let
So now that our entire Halloween Horror Nights experience is officially over for the season, which I am totally fine with. I shouldn't say totally. I'm a little bit sad. But I don't know how I would be able to continue doing that into October every other night. And I think it's because we go ham every single time. And we have this joke amongst our friends that every time we go to Halloween Horror Nights, we're like, we're just going to have a nice, easy night. And then we end up leaving at 2:00 in the morning and having the best time of our lives. So I'm not complaining, but she's tired. But that being said, I love it so much. And Andre and I were just reminiscing today. We were headed into the parks. We're back to being Disney goers. But we were saying how as little as 4 years ago, when we first moved into this house, I remember I saw a friend posting some stories at Halloween Horror Nights. And I remember thinking, not only can I not handle that, I'm terrified. It's also, it just feels really non-Disney. And I was like, and I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit judgy-wedgy. And now it's my favorite thing of all time. So let's talk about it. I'm going to move my pumpkins and we're going to get cozy. So I get it. If you're a Disney goer and you are a little bit of a scaredy-cat or you're just very skeptical about this, and also I'm not here to sell you on this. This is not in any way a paid promotion. I just love sharing the things that I love. And I do get so many questions about it. Like, how did I go from being scared little Angie that would never do any of this? I don't like scary movies. It's not my thing. Yet I love Halloween Horror Nights. And I think my biggest lesson over the past 2 years, well, now this has been my 3rd year, whatever I am the most afraid of or nervous about with Halloween Horror Nights that specific year will probably end up being the thing that I love the most, being Art the Clown. So our very last night going, we ended up going to Finnegan's, which I'll be honest, we had very low expectations for Finnegan's and we were very surprised. My meal was very delicious. I had not a chicken pot pie. I had a shepherd's pie, and Andre had, what did Andre get? He loved his meal as well. I think he had like some sort of fried chicken or something. And Art the Clown showed up and he chatted with us. Well, he doesn't talk, but he hung out with us. Whoever they hired to play Art, he is, I don't know how they're going to top it next year. He is a phenomenon. He's absolutely incredible. I had so many great interactions with Art the Clown. And yes, there is so many rumors that they're going to not have him go through the parks anymore because people keep, just congregating around him. He's still out and about. He's still that was very Canadian. He's out and about. He's still there. So that would be a side tip is don't believe all the rumors, because my very first year, I was told that there's nowhere where you cannot be scared. Like the whole park is scary, even in the Harry Potter area. So I was so nervous about that. And I just believed all of these different rumors that were being thrown my way. The other thing I will tell you is you can watch the social media people I think they do a media night at the beginning of the year, of the beginning of the season, and they film in the houses. Maybe one day I'll be invited to it. No problem. I don't want to, because I think that they crank it up in terms of scariness that night, and you go separately from people. That's at least what it seems like. I'm good with going with my friends, but I would say don't watch the POV videos because they kind of make it worse. Think about it. You almost have tunnel vision when you're watching the video because you're watching it through a camera. It's so much better to experience in person because you can actually see everything. You can hang on to a friend. That would be another bonus tip. I'm going to get into like my top 10 tips because I have so much to say about this and I could talk about it forever. Like, I feel like we just need to have a little cocktail. Let me open a mojito. Andre got these and I'm so curious if they're good. Look. Can be a TikToker. No, I'm totally kidding. I joked about that the other day too. Can you open my drink for me, sir, so I don't pop a nail? This is actually so practical. Okay. We're just having a great time. So, one tip that I was going to say, and then I'll get into my actual top 10 tips, is I'm going to have a lot more than 10 tips, but it's fine. I have my notes with me. We're not going to have this whole thing. There's no way. But I think that this makes for a perfect Halloween Horror Nights. And how did I add the Blinky, you ask? You can get these little discs off of Amazon, and I added the light to it this year because this year there was no Blinky cups, just the souvenir cups. It's pretty good. It's sweet, but it tastes like Sunny Delight, but spiked. It's quite delicious. What I was going to say is when you're going through the houses, don't watch a POV, but also I made this mistake for the 2 first years that I went, and this year I said I'm not doing that. When you do this is a tip that a lot of people on social media say, and I've probably even said to do this, and I retract. We change our minds. So I was told to like do this, like hang on to each person in front of you, and like you go as a group. It makes you so much more tense and so much more scared. And also then you don't see anything. You are way better off. And this is my tip from my best friend, Anna. I love Anna. So she usually will go first until I decide that I'm brave enough to go first. And this year I went first a bunch of times. Usually I don't. The way that I go first, and Anna taught me this, we clap it out. It lets your scared energy kind of go somewhere. The other thing is if you're really scared, you can kind of, I've said this joke before, but in 40-Year-Old Virgin, whenever in the movies, like open your peripherals. Close your peripherals. So they'll come at you from the sides. They're very rarely going to step in front of you. And if they do, well, you get a good jump scare. But we kind of clap it out, especially if you get like it's so good. Or I just hang on to her purse. I don't do the whole, because it just makes you so much more tense. That's just another side tip. Okay, let's jump into the real tips now that we're 7-some minutes into this. 1, you can arrive early. We don't. because I don't like the big crowd at the beginning that are at the gates. But if you want to see the opening ceremonies and all that, but I do arrive early with Andre and we go to City Walk. So either way, arrive, around like 4 or 5 o'clock, because the gates will usually open at 6:30. Now, if you're staying on property, oh my gosh, use this. There is a VIP entrance if you're staying on property. So I think at the hotels, that's like one of the perks for it, which is really cool. So every single time this year that we have gone, we usually eat at I always call it Vino Volo. That's the place that's in the airport. That's not at all. It's like the Italian restaurant. I don't remember what it's called. There's an Italian restaurant in City Walk. It's amazing. Great. Also, I think like neck and neck, equally as good, maybe a little bit better service, I would say, is at Big Fire. So good. We went to Big Fire like 4 times this trip. Excellent. So good. So arrive early, go for not too many pre-drinks. Don't pre-game too hard, but a little, some food, or arrive early and go like we did to Finnegan's. So we always made sure that we were fed, because what happens is you start drinking, if you're drinking, and when you get to the house, you have to either chug the drink or dump the drink, and you end up, it's going to be a good time, but just make sure that you're fed, because that can get dicey. And also trying all the food at all the different booths and everything. So fun. So make sure that you arrive early. Start in the back of the park. I would say, so this year, the back of the park would be where Fallout and Gulkin are. Excellent choices. Go to the tents at the back. That would be my top suggestion. You can start with the houses that you want to do the most, which I'm going to get to in a second. I actually feel the opposite way. I would say start slow. Like, don't start with I would have never started with Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's I knew would probably be my favorite. I would probably be like super excited about it. The other thing that never gets talked about is when you are starting earlier in the day or into the evening and there's still daylight out, the contrast in that bright Florida sun or if you're in California, that's okay too. I've never done the Hollywood one, so I can't even speak to it. I have no idea. But also, I'm the furthest thing from a pro. This is my 3rd year doing it, but I am a pro of the perspective of, if you're scared cannolis of everything, can you do this? I say yes. Okay. So if the bright sun is still out and you're going into a house, just so you know, your eyes are going to have so much trouble adjusting. That's why we like going in. We go in around 7, so we'll have our dinner and then we go in. And the sun is just kind of a little bit dimmer at that point, because it's so hard to see anything. I remember one year, the year that there was the blues house, I forget what it was called, but it was a cool house. I literally ran into a table. Like, I walked right into a table because everything was just pitch black because my eyes could not adjust for the life of me. So you're going from the bright lights into a dark haunted house. It's not the funnest thing, especially if you can't see anything. So just keep that in mind. So start in the back of the park, and that way you're starting with the lower hyped houses. And I think it's just better. Also, you can run if you want to. I would say don't be the person that runs, because if you fall, your night's ruined. And also, don't mess around. Like, I didn't see anything, but I saw a couple people being a little bit crazy. You're not in Disney anymore. Like, things happen, but steer clear of the crazy. But sometimes I've heard of these people that will like touch the scare actors or like invade their personal space, or like, I've never heard of anybody getting hit. I've seen a video before. I mean, I can't even imagine that. They don't scare you enough to feel. Andre and I were both scared our first year that we were going to be like, bah, and like feel like you're going to like hit them. You don't. They don't touch you. They can't do anything. And if anything, one of our good friends that lives down the street, when she was 21 years old, she dressed up as one of the scary monsters in the houses. So it could be a 21-year-old Taylor Swift loving gal that's underneath that mask. So don't be so scared. But don't mess around, because you can get a park ban. You can be banned forever. So don't. That's why I say, like, the running and stuff. I know you're not allowed to run in Disney. I think you're allowed to run in Universal, which I find weird. Okay, 3rd tip. Consider, if you can, the Express Pass. So what we do is we get the September Pass. It's cheaper, obviously, because it's just for September. And we did Plus Express, and that way we didn't have to. It's kind of like Fast Pass, but for Halloween Horror Nights. And it's just a great way to do it. I get asked this question all the time. Have I ever done an RIP tour? And in the last video that I shared, you can see the lady with the baton. So I did explain what happened, but in case you missed it, an RIP tour guide just came up to us and said, "What house are you guys looking for?" And we said, WWE. And it was our first night there. And she said, "I'm going to tell you a little story about the house and then follow me." And she took us in VIP. It made me want to do the tour. such an incredible experience, such a cool way to do the houses. And I love knowing like the story behind all the houses. So that was amazing. So yeah, maybe consider doing that. We did with our staff, because the Express was sold out that night, and we didn't want to be those people like, well, we're going to go in Express and you guys can wait. So we waited with them in the regular lines, and it ended up being a great night. So honestly, there's bars in line. Like there's lots to look at. It's a great experience. I completely do not think, and I was mentioning this earlier, I do not think you should do your must see houses first. I really don't. I think that, especially if you have Express, but if you don't, I would say maybe start with like one or two of the houses that are the non-IPs, or just the houses that you don't know much about, and just kind of ease into it and then start doing. Like for me, we did Galkin, then we did Fallout. For me, Fallout was a really exciting house, so I was super pumped to do that, but I didn't want to do it first. Dolls was one that I didn't know anything about. I ended up loving it though. But I was, like I said, there was no way I was going straight into the Terrifier house. I wasn't even sure if I could do it. And then once I got in the house, I was like, oh, I'm good. But for me, it almost like makes it real. I think my imagination carries away whenever I watch a movie, but the houses just make it real. And again, they can't touch you. They're not going to do anything. And it was really fun. And okay, this is the other thing. The marketing team, they do a great job at Universal, but you got to know that they're a marketing team and they are hyping this thing like crazy. Like I remember the quote of the year for this year was, "You're going to get soaking wet on Terrifier like front row of Jurassic Park." And they were selling ponchos. You do not need a poncho. Like not even close. Super fun, but you do not need a poncho. And then they were saying the smells are going to be like so crazy and so terrible. It was fine. It's like just like there's pumping smells, and it's not nauseating. It just adds to the experience. It's just fun. Like in one room there's like the smell of bleach kind of, and then like Art is like doing something with bleach, and like it's fine. You're gonna have a great time. And this is not one of the tips, but I met an amazing human the other day that works at Disney, and she's the most happy-go-lucky, like Disney-loving gal, and she loves Halloween Horror Nights. And I said, so how do you do it? And she said, I told them to make me a drink to make the ghosts go away. I was like, or the scary ghosts go away. I was like, I love that. So she agrees. Have some liquid courage. Have one. You'll be so much calmer. Oh, my next tip, stay and scream. I've never done it, but I've heard that, if you're already doing Universal during the day, you can just stay. You can stay in the park, you go back to the front, and then you can just wait for the HHN evening to begin. And that way you're already in when they do the opening ceremony and you're not behind that barricade. So that could be really cool. I've never done it. I also really want to do the behind the scenes tour, like during the day. I think that would be, we always say that we want to do it and we still haven't done it. Take breaks throughout the evening. My favorite thing of all time is going to the Diagon Alley area, either grabbing a butterbeer or just walking around and seeing the Death Eaters. I love going down Knockburn Alley. I love going into that store back there. And the Death Eaters, I believe, they only come out during Halloween Horror Nights. So it's a really, really cool experience. And it's just, we never go to Halloween Horror Nights without going to the Harry Potter area. Oh, and all the rides are open. So you can ride Gringotts. I will not. That I will not do. I do not think I can handle it. I'm not a Universal rides type of gal. Like I've tried to do a couple. I did the Castle. I've done on the other side. I did Men in Black. Both did not go very well. I get nauseous. I did Fast and the Furious back in the day whenever it was open. It just didn't go super well. So I think I'm more of a HHN girl and a Disney gal. Maybe I'll like Epic one day. Oh, and we decided, I keep getting asked that question too, are we going to do Epic? I would really like to. I think this trip just got ahead of us. I had a couple setbacks in many ways, and it was just chaotic and crazy in a good way, but I think it would also be better to maybe for us to do it in November when we come back, because it's hot out right now. And I don't know if I can handle a full park day. And I just heard that there's not a lot of shade. Again, me listening to rumors, I shouldn't be, but I would love to do it. All that to say, take breaks and, hydrate, alternate drink with water, drink and food. Be an adult if you can. That's my next tip is don't skip the food and drinks, not just for staying hydrated and, making sure that you're fed, but also like all of these different booths, they're so cool. Like there's so many cool different foods that you can grab. On one of the first nights we went to the Art the Clown booth. By the way, he was there one night, like asking people for money to get the food. He was trying to like tell people like buy my food. Amazing. There was the Firefly Funhouse booth, and they're all themed. There's the Rataway bag from Fallout in like the back alley area. One of the best things that, in my opinion at least, that we ate was at the Dolls booth. Okay, listen, underdog of the year, the Dolls house, I loved it. I think because I got scared so many times, like so many jump scares. And that's the other thing. Don't be scared of getting scared because sometimes it's the best house. So many jump scares in the house. But the food booth, so for every house, there's a booth or two. And they have themed foods. And so they had, I don't remember the exact name of it. I'll pull it up on the screen. But they were chicken nuggies, but they were like themed to the like dolls. And I got the garlic parmesan. So good. And then we also got the peanut butter jelly thingy. It was like an Uncrustable almost. Delicious. It probably was an Uncrustable. Delicious. I would not say to get the drinks at that booth though. Those were strange. They look good because there's candy on top. A lot of whiskey. I wouldn't do it. Number 8, watch out in the scare zones. Like if you are afraid, I would say the crazy cat lady of Crooked Lane or whatever the heck it's, the cat lady of Crooked Lane, in one of the best scare zones I've ever seen. The dance party, also amazing. And there's no one that's going to jump out at you in the dance zone unless Art is there. But there's no one that's like jumping out at you at the dance area. The one scare zone that I will say that I was nervous for my friends that they were a little bit scared is the chainsaw area. They added that this year. It's where the Simpsons area is, and they are unhinged. But I love it. Like, I think it's so funny. Here's my biggest tip for you. If you are afraid and you look afraid, they will target you. Like, I even tried looking afraid to see if they would come after me. They can tell. They can tell if you're genuinely afraid, and they will target you, especially those chainsaw crazy ladies in that zone. I loved that zone, though. The dance area was so fun. The masquerade was so fun. And again, they're not going to touch you. They're just going to just kind of jump in your face or like go like, ha, nothing crazy. You can get that necklace if you want to. I would not suggest it because I saw people getting scared in literally the chainsaw area. There's a viral video going around now where the guy did like a Mario jump because he got so scared because she just waits. She didn't scare him, but are we heading out?
6:20.
Okay, so watch out in the scare zones, but you'll be fine. Walk on the sidewalk in the scare zones if you don't want to be scared, if there is a sidewalk. And one thing that never gets talked about, you will walk more at Halloween Horror Nights than you potentially do in a Disney park. Wear comfortable shoes. So I wear my, I think it's called On Running, and I have like a really thick sole, and then I added an insole, and I'm fine. It's amazing. Especially if you choose to end your night at the Dead Coconut Club. We always end up at the Dead Coconut Club. So fun. So make sure that you wear comfortable shoes. Maybe change the socks if you need to. We were so lucky with weather this year. And then I was going to say, end your night with something great. Like leave one of the best houses to last. Leave a really good food option for last, or go to the Dead Coconut Club. And don't forget to shop for all the merchandise and everything. But there's so many, this is from last year, the little blind boxes that they had. There's so much cool merchandise at Halloween Horror Nights, and it's just such an unforgettable, amazing experience. So if you do go, please let me know. Please tag me. Please message me, because I love hearing about that. And the amount of people that I met this year in Disney or at Universal saying that they were going for the first time because of my video meant the world. But I also just hope that you guys have the best time ever, because I don't want it to be on me. But I'm so happy that you guys are trying it and you love it, and that you're letting me, as the Disney baby, venture outside Disney World and share the other things. So I'll continue to do that. But I just feel like for Halloween, it's like the funnest thing, and I truly love it. Now, I hope that you enjoyed our Halloween Horror Nights adventures and all the tips, but if it's okay with you, we're going to reconvene to very Disney stuff now and go back to my roots. It's going to be cozy and happy and very Disney-esque, and we need to decorate and do all of the things. It's going to be fantastic, but for right now, I need to go to Cake Bake and have dinner with all of our friends. So I will see you guys very soon. I love you so much. Cheers, and I hope that you get to experience Halloween Horror Nights for yourself, and at the very least, if not, vicariously through my videos, and that you guys hopefully enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, dudes.